Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing Grayson's 3-month update. Hi Grayson. Life is a winding road. No telling where it what are you doing? Really? Oh my goodness. What are you doing? Are you 3 months old? Oh my goodness. See, I'm so big now. Okay, so today is January 17th, which means Grayson is 3 months old. And I don't know if it's hit me yet that he's already 3 months old, but time is seriously flying and I cannot believe it. But he's getting so fun and I can't wait to tell you guys all about what he's doing now. So first I'll start with his weight. He is officially over 10 pounds and I'm pretty sure he's actually like 11 pounds now. So he is getting chunky and it's so cute, which is good because he was so small for so long. So we're super thankful he's chunking up. He also doesn't have to do any more weight checks at this point, so that's very exciting and it's nice to not have to go to the doctor every week or two. But he is seriously so much fun. He coos and he babbles. He giggled for the very first time during bath time, and it was actually, I wrote this date down because it was very special, on December 20th. He giggled for the first time, but it was only once and I couldn't get it on camera. And then a couple weeks later, he giggled like several times and Kevin and I were able to get it on camera, so I'll insert a video of that here. Grayson, do you love the bath? Do you love the bath? You having fun? Something that he also had happen for the first time was a blowout, and it was blowout after the first one. So we learned that he needed to move on to bigger diapers, and so he is no longer in newborn diapers, and he's also wearing 0 to 3 month clothes. He is wearing newborn pants somewhat still because he's a little bit tiny, like his legs are shorter, and he has a longer torso, so he fits 0 to 3 month onesies really well. But the 0 to 3 month pants are still a little bit big. In fact, the pants he's wearing today in the video you saw at the beginning of him when we were taking his milestone photos, those are 0 to 3 months and they're pretty big on him. So he can wear them like up to his chest pretty much. He also loves bath time. I think I said in the last update that he hates bath time, but now he loves bath time and it's actually where he like giggles the most. He just thinks it's so funny when he's sitting in the bath and it's my favorite thing. He loves to play in his Love Every Play gym and now he loves to play in his skip hop activity center. The only thing is he's a little bit too small for his activity center still, so sometimes we'll put like a pillow to prop him up and then we'll put a pillow under his feet just so he's comfortable in there, and we always watch him when he's in his activity center, but he does so well with it. And I'll insert a picture here of him when we first put him in his activity center. It was so cute. He wakes up so happy in the morning and it's just the sweetest thing. He loves to smile and he looks over at me like, "Hi, Mama." Also, he and I started a new thing last week where we read together. So I read books to him usually at night, but I wanted to start reading myself because I have always wanted to get back into reading. And so I'm reading To Kill a Mockingbird, and in the morning, if I want to read, usually I try to read a chapter a day. I will have him sit on my lap and it's after he finishes his bottle and I'll read to him and he loves it. And so it's kind of nice because it's like bonding time for us and I'm getting to read. He also has the cutest silent giggle. So before he started giggling vocally, he would silent giggle and it was so funny because he's like, and it's just like, oh my gosh, he is so cute. I think that was probably my favorite until he actually started giggling. And now his giggles just like best sound ever. Something really good is that he's usually able to soothe himself to sleep and he's able to soothe himself throughout the night. So he actually does like sleep through the night now. And that's very big for us because we're able to sleep, but he's doing such a good job with it. And since he is gaining weight, we don't feed him in the middle of the night anymore. And that's okay because we give him, you know, the amount of ounces that he's required to have per day, and he's totally fine. So he'll probably, I would say on average, go to bed like 9:30, and then he'll sleep until 4:30. 4:30. Sometimes he'll sleep a little bit later than that, and then I'll get him up, feed him, change him, everything. And then normally I'll put him back down, but I'm actually starting to get to a point where I'm trying to like transition him from having like 3 naps to 3 long naps to 2 long naps and then a shorter nap in the evening. So we're working on that schedule right now, but that's what I'm working on during the daytime. But as far as nighttime goes, he does sleep throughout the night. And this one is probably more difficult than it should be for me. And that is that he's no longer in his swaddle. He sleeps in a sleep sack. And I believe I have mentioned in a previous video that he's using the nested bean sleep sack. So he's doing so well with it. The only thing is they have the little beans right here, so that way it like weighs the baby down, but he sleeps on his side. So we don't really use that part of the sleep sack because he can't be weighted down if he's laying on his side. Otherwise, we love the sleep sack and he does really well with it. He actually transitioned very smoothly, and he went from sleeping in his swaddle until he was busting out and he was rolling both directions. So we were like, okay, it's time to move him up. So we transitioned, and the way we did it is we just started with a morning nap. We put him in it, and at first he kept like getting really frustrated. He would like hit himself in the face on accident and knock his pacifier out because he wasn't sure what to do with his hands. He's like, what do I do with my hands? After that, he transitioned smoothly. Like it was just like a little bit of a rough nap, and then the next nap, totally fine. And now he loves it, and it actually like soothes him. So I found that when I'm like putting him in it, he gets a little bit fussy, but when he's in it and I, you know, button it, it's totally good. Like he's happy. He loves his sleep sack just like he loved his swaddle. So that was something we were very relieved about. We were worried about how that transition was gonna go. He also loves to pull my hair. So he found my hair very early on, and now he like grabs onto it and holds onto it for dear life, and it really hurts. So I'm probably gonna have way less hair by the time he is a toddler because it's like he'll grab on and he just pulls really hard. So I think I'm gonna have to start wearing my hair up. He really wants to play. So his cousins are 2 years old and 4 years old, and he desperately wants to get down there and play with them. He just is like so distracted when they're playing. My mother-in-law was giving him a bottle. He just wanted to be down there playing blocks with them, and it was like insane to see this 2-month-old, he was 2 months at the time, be so distracted and focused on toys and playing. We were like, oh my gosh, he is really wanting to get down there and play with them. This is insane. He is such a happy boy. He's so smiley. The only times he's not happy are when he's being changed, because he hates that. He hates the cold wipe. And I could get wipe warmers, but we're just not going to do that. He's totally fine with the wipes we have, but he really hates being changed, and it makes me feel really bad because he screams. And the other time he yells and screams is when he's being burped. And we figured out it's because we take the bottle away to burp him, and he's like, no, give it to me, I want more. But we're like, we have to burp you so you don't spit up. So that's something that he hates. He hates being burped. And we'll try different positions. Sometimes he's okay and he'll tolerate it. He's just like, but other times he is so angry, and he will let us know that he's angry. So those are like the 2 times he's like truly mad. But otherwise, he does well in his car seat. He does well at night. He does well with his naps. He's a very happy, easygoing baby, and we are so thankful for that. He is still drinking out of the Even Flow bottles with the nipple that is from the Similac bottles, the disposable bottles of formula, and I don't know how much longer he'll be drinking out of that because he is getting bigger, and eventually he's gonna need a nipple flow that's faster. So when that time comes, it'll be very interesting because they don't have another stage past that disposable nipple. So I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. It may be another disaster. We're just gonna have to play it by ear. But as of now, he is still taking the Even Flow bottle with the disposable nipple. This poor baby also got thrush for the first time, and so that was heartbreaking. I did film an update, a 12-week update on that. It was really sad. I just noticed there was like little white spots on his tongue, and they wouldn't wipe off because at first I thought it was formula. It wouldn't come off. Called the doctor immediately because I was so freaked out, and it worked out. They got me right in, told me it was thrush. We started antifungal medication last Friday, and this Friday has been a full week, and I would say about Thursday this week, it was completely gone. So that was a really big relief. The antifungal medication worked perfectly. We still give it to him 4 times a day, and we will continue to do that until the 2 weeks is up. but his thrush is gone, so that's a huge relief. And I'm going through these on my phone because I literally just write down as something happens, I write it down. This is also helpful because I still need to do his baby book desperately, and so this is kind of nice for me too because I do have notes in my phone for each month, so I can keep track of like everything, which is really nice to keep it all organized. So on January 9th, he focused on the rubber ducky in the bath, and it's kind of funny because at first the rubber ducky was like his enemy, and then he started to kind of like want the rubber ducky, and he was staring it down. And then one bath, it was January 9th, he's staring the ducky down, and he's focused on it, and I can see he's like thinking, like the gears are turning, and then he just reaches for it, wraps his hands around it, and pulls it towards him. And I was just in disbelief. I was like, what just happened? Did he seriously just do that? That's insane. And so I had to write that down because I was like, that's a huge milestone for him to be able to focus and grab something that early. I was very impressed. And then later that day, we actually did Christmas a little bit later at Kevin's parents' house, and so we did it with his family. And we thought Grayson would want nothing to do with toys. He'd have no interest. He was 2 months old, 2.5 months old. Like, he's not at a point where he's gonna be like, ooh, toys. But no, we were wrong. As soon as they opened the very first toy, we opened one toy for him. He was reaching for it. His little heart was beating fast, and he was excited. He was smiling, and we were shocked. We were all shocked that this little baby was so excited about toys, and that he was excited about every toy we opened for him, which made it really fun, and it makes me think that he's really going to enjoy playing with them when he does get a little bit bigger. So that day we learned he is really good at focusing on things, and he loves toys. He is really strong, and it scares me though, because one night he was laying on his play gym and he kicked the ball, and he kicked it so hard it shook his play gym and it like moved it a little bit. That also makes diaper changes very difficult, especially because he hates them. He also holds on to me when I hold him. So if I'm holding him, he has his little arm back here and he's holding on to my side, and it's so sweet. Also, it helps me because he's supporting himself, so it's not all on me. And then this next thing is kind of funny, but also like a little bit annoying. He only wants to stand, and when I say he only wants to stand, I mean he literally only wants to stand. And if he's not standing and we're trying to sit him down, if he's up, awake, and alert, he gets really mad. And so I'll insert a video here from the other night. Baby. You just want to stand up, huh? That's all you want, is to stand up. We can't hold you all day like this. I get nothing done. You're so big. You're too big. You're too big. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna set him on my lap. Would not work. Wouldn't let me hold him, just wanted to stand. We also found out at his last appointment that he has an umbilical hernia. They said it's nothing to be concerned about. His doctor said it should go away by the time he's 3, and if it doesn't, then we can look into surgical options if that's something we wish to pursue. But it doesn't bother him. He's not in pain from it. So right now we're just watching it carefully, but that is something she did mention. Something that's really funny and random is he actually like loves my phone. My phone case is just this cute little orange floral pattern. I don't know what it is about my phone, but Grayson, when he's looking at my phone, it makes him smile. He gets so giggly. He laughs and he starts babbling and cooing, and I don't know what's going through his head, but it's really cute. And so sometimes I'll just do this and he sees it and I'm like, Grayson, are you a happy boy? And then he just gets going and he loves it, and it's so cute. It also makes it easy to record him because he's literally in front of the camera already, so that works out too. He does also giggle and smile in his sleep, and that's adorable. He is still sleeping in our room in his bassinet, and he will for the foreseeable future. He's doing really well in there right now. He fits really well in his bassinet, and it is just so much easier to have him right next to us. And he does sleep in his crib during the day, and he does really well with that too. So we're not too worried about when we do transition him to his crib at night. So that is it for all Grayson's milestones and everything exciting with him. I'm just so thankful that that he's our little boy. He brings so much light to our lives in a year where there was so much uncertainty and we were so worried about everything. And, you know, even in 2021, we still are. He just makes us feel so much peace and love, and we just love him so much. I cannot believe he is 3 months old. I feel like I'm gonna blink and be doing a 6-month update. Actually, I don't want to think about it because putting away his newborn clothes, if you watched my decluttering video, you saw there was emotions with that because that was really difficult to put away the little things that he'll never wear again. It is exciting nonetheless. Like, it's exciting that he's growing, and I love watching the new stages he's in. Oh, and the last really important milestone is that him and Kevin are starting to really bond, and it's so sweet. So he's definitely a mama's boy, and he clings to me when he's upset. If he doesn't feel well, he clings to me. It's just a typical situation of, you know, he wants his mama. But at night now, he'll cuddle with Kevin, and it's so sweet. They'll lay on the couch together, and it really does melt my heart. Like, there's nothing like seeing your husband with your kids. It is the best feeling in the world, and I just love watching them together. So it's very sweet to watch their bond grow, and it makes me so excited to continue to watch them interact as Grayson gets a little bit bigger too. And since I'm officially 3 months postpartum today, I thought I would do a little bit of an update on me too. This is way shorter than Grayson's because there's really not much to talk about. I would say I'm doing really well. I'm doing really well down there. Things have fully recovered. I've been cleared to work out, and I have been working out. I've been doing a bar blend workout program, and it's 60 days, and so I'm going into week 3. Week 3 starts tomorrow. I'm very excited about it, but yeah, I'm actually very proud of where I'm at right now. I'm working very hard to tone up, and I can feel there's definitely some issues in here with my core, like some weakness that I got, I think, from delivery. Not too sure, but I could feel it, and it was to the point where like I couldn't even like sit up myself. Like when I'm sitting on the couch and I would try to like sit up, Kevin would have to like help me up. So I knew, okay, it's time to really start working my core. And let me tell you, the core workouts kill me. They hurt so bad, but I also don't push myself. So if I have to modify, I will go at my own pace. But other than that, I didn't do a full postpartum like workout. I only did one postpartum workout. And then the month of December was Vlogmas, and everything just went nuts, and I stopped working out. So it had been 11 weeks when I started working out again, and I didn't do a postnatal or postpartum workout. I just jumped right into a regular bar program. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. And as of today, I am 127 pounds. And when I started my pregnancy, I was 128 pounds. So that's an update on my weight. The good news is the postpartum night sweats are gone. Those were awful, and anyone who has experienced postpartum night sweats can attest to that. They are awful. You just like have to shower when you wake up, or you have to shower in the middle of the night because you just feel disgusting. So I'm thankful for that. And that weird body temperature fluctuation thing was really messing with my head because, you know, you got like COVID and it's cold and flu season. And so when your body temperature is freaking out and you're like sweating, but you're cold, it's just like such a weird sensation. So I'm very glad the night sweats are gone. And I do still get tension headaches, but I don't think that's postpartum related. I really think that's just a stress thing. I carry so much tension in my neck, and I always have. And so it just builds up, and then it just kind of like gets to here. So that is something I've always struggled with. So I can't necessarily say that that is a postpartum symptom. I did have a little bit of the baby blues. I didn't have full-blown postpartum depression, but there were some harder days for me emotionally, mentally, and physically. And I'm happy to say that I am no longer experiencing that. I mean, of course, we have days where our hormones are like meh, but overall, I would say like I'm doing really well as far as my mental health goes. And I'm honestly in disbelief because I didn't know how quickly I would recover from birth. I didn't realize that some things even happened. Like, I didn't know certain things that could happen after you have a baby, like the swelling. Had no idea about that. So I'm very thankful to know these things when I go into my next pregnancy. But with all that being said, every single day I still think about my birth. I think about how Grayson was born. It's just something I always think about. And if you ask me, would you do it again? I would say, oh yes, definitely. He is so worth it. That sweet baby was so worth all that pain, the contractions, everything. I cannot imagine not having Grayson in our lives. And so 100 times over, yes, I would. I do feel very fortunate about how my birth experience went overall, and aside from the high blood pressure, which was a little bit scary, everything worked out in the end as I hoped it would. And so yes, definitely I always thought I want 2 kids. I want 2 kids max. That's my cutoff. And then I had Grayson and I was like, oh no. Oh no. Like, I don't think I want only 2. I mean, honestly, it just depends how my next pregnancy goes and financially how feasible it is. But Kevin and I were talking about how after we had Grayson, it started to get us thinking like, maybe we don't just want 2 kids. Like, maybe we do want 3 or 4. And that's something that's like down the road. It's not even in the realm of possibilities for us right now, but that is something though that we have been talking about, because I think as we watch him and we just enjoy him so much, we think to ourselves, I think we do want more than 2. So we will see. Well, that is all for Grayson's 3-month update. I really hope you guys enjoyed hearing about what he's doing and where he's at currently. And if you did, please leave a like and a comment down below. And to see more videos just like this one related to motherhood, be sure to subscribe.